we can solve our own problem, we can deal with our situation, and we can prioritize our people. So our task now is to discuss among ourselves, and whatever we agree, we have the State House of Assembly people here. They have the oversight function to make laws for the good governance at the local government level. We have Norgay here. Norgay, when I was campaigning for election, you pointedly asked me this question at the debate at UI, and I told you my position. The problem we have is not about sharing, it's making more money, being productive. That is the problem that we have. Yes, I'm not saying things should not be transparent at the local government level, but it's a distraction to think this is the magic bullet that will wash away all our problems. So Norgay is here, Nigeria.
Nuisance lele.
Last time, I know I watched the video, okay, and that's why I broke the video into 3 parts, so that you're not going to be bored out of this world. That's a state governor. He's neither here nor there because he's not comfortable with the local government receiving their money. He's now the one, he's seated there, like, I don't know, like, forget about us watching the video now. He was there talking to some people in that room. And he was there to make them see the relevance of the Supreme Court judgments. If they cannot just ignore it. You know how we do it here? You understand? I mean, you are here, you know, we can solve our problems. The lawmakers are here. What are you solving? Just call them together and say, well, this is the judgment of the Supreme Court. Okay? I personally have my reservation, but this is what we're going to do. So all the local government chairmen, there's no point in even talking about the problem of whether you are qualified or not. You are elected. So you will be getting your money straight up. So I just want to see that we are here to talk about the priorities. How can we prioritize this money now that many eyes are now on you? He kept talking about our problem is not sharing. Our problem is that we are not producing enough. You have 27 or so local government areas in your states. You render them useless. They are the best that he wants them to be. Whatever you see around or your state local governments now, including the people living in the remotest of the remotest areas of that or your state, those who are suffering the insecurity in the Fashola Farm, Okeogun area, all those places, the reason why they will never be protected is simply because that is how he wants it to be. So if you see some of those who have benefited by becoming councillors, local government chairmen under him, they will agree. They will tell you, he is the best. But if you look at those who were with Ajirebi that died, their former governor, those who were local government chairmen under Ajirebi, Governor Kosheleri, when Ajirebi was alive, and your governor, all these political jobbers who are like from all the local government areas, they will tell you Ajimobi was the best. You know what they call him, Governor Kosheleri? There's nobody that has ever done 2 terms in your state. So Ajirebi did it because they said it was good. Now that same Ajirebi is dead though. Now that same Ajirebi is the one that Seyi Makinde said left backlog of unpaid pension, unpaid gratuities, abandoned the infrastructure. So, but when he was alive, when he was their governor in Oyo State, everywhere, Governor Ajirebi Kosheleri, he is the best governor in Oyo State. Today, people will tell you Seyi is the best governor. He did the road to, he did the Kinikon, you get. And here, of course, he's there to convince those guys that At least you are all doing better because I am the governor. We don't need to share this money. Let us just continue to do it where we are doing. So if the local government don't have access to the real funding, their money, do you know that there is, an average local government in Nigeria, even in Ekiti State, collects nothing less than 300 million naira a month. Ekiti local government area. There are states, there are local government areas in Nigeria that are collecting as much as 1 billion naira a month, 1 billion a month, 1.2 billion a month, local government areas. But if you go to those areas, most of them are the worst places you would ever be. Worst places. You'll be like, oh, government knows this place. Or when you see the state governor, if they open catalog for you, achievement after achievement, in photo, go to those areas. Nothing. So what he's practically telling them there was that let us just do our day. I want all of you to know that the problem is not sharing money. It's about to be productive. Ogbeni, you are the governor. Now it's time for them to put them and make them productive. People are playing politics. People are saying I am now getting a big tummy because I have been hitting the local government's money. Why are you doing all this shalaye? Well, what is all this shalaye for? Everyone in that room, most of them, they're just going to say okay to you. They won't say it to your face. Okay. Because they can see where you are going with all of that. Supreme Court says, so just tell them, listen, this is the Supreme Court judgment, right? Even though we still have a segment of the law that is called the JAC account, joint account of the local government and states. Now, it is a creation of law. For now, that is where they're going to put the money for the next 3 months before they will start paying all of you, the local government chairman, directly. So I am going to have the Commissioner of Finance and this or that to work with all of you. Let's develop a modality, something that we can put to production after the payment of salaries and all of that. All of you that have backlog of unpaid salary and all of that, right? I think this next 3 months, let us utilize the joint money to clear all of that. So that by the time after the 3 months, your money comes to you directly. You will be responsible for every penny. Now, the state will no longer be paying the local government workers. The state won't pay the local government, when we say local government workers, including the primary health care workers, primary school teachers, they will be your responsibilities. And this is how we are going to work it out. Even if you have the ghost workers in there, this is the time to help them weed out the ghost workers in local government areas. The next 3 months should be a transition so that you can now put them to production. You said Nigeria is not producing. The problem is not sharing money, it's about producing. What have you been producing? You, Makinde. What kind of production have you actually improved on? I give him credit on infrastructural development where they want you, all of us, to see you. Sure you get. But the real development in the local level, if you live locally, then you understand what I am saying. So they are running it that way. And they are making the local government areas as an extension, like a political appointment for the loyalists to the governor. Just ticking the box. It's not helping the people. So yeah, that's what I would expect. But not lie. I know they plot another thing. You see, the next thing we are going to go into now is a different story. Remember that Nwanyanwu, that guy that said Wike should be called to order for disturbing Fubara. Omalaye don't come out again and said Wike sent assassin to kill him. And I want it to be on record here. Because now if you say everything everywhere, wala. No peace anywhere. Now here is Nwanyanwu, the man that accused, he said Wike sent assassin after him because he publicly supported and defended Fubara. I kind of remember he granted a press conference where he told Wike to stay away or it will be dealt with by the people of Rivers State. And I can't be like say they don't send what's that guy for Edo? What is that guy's name in Edo again? That thug, chief thug. APC youth leader, Edo State. Kabaka. Thank you. So realize they don't say Kabaka. Or people like Kabaka after him. Now he's giving a new press conference. It's another long watch. Let's use that as a breaking of the. If you need to go and make another cup of coffee or another cup of tea, or you would need to refill that Jack Daniel on ice, whatever it is you are chilling with right now, while you watch this, remember to go share this broadcast, like it. It's important. Let's go see who is threatening or why would Wike want to kill Nwanyanwu.
Delaying you. Since our last interaction here, some unknown persons have been following me with vehicles, and I've been monitoring. But the thing came to a head on Friday when I was physically confronted. So this is a threat to the life of Chief Nwanyanwu, my humble self. I am constrained to bring to the notice of the Nigerian public the unprovoked threat to my life by a notorious agent of the former governor of Rivers State and now Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Chief Nyesom Wike, by name Mr. Moses Emmanuel. This bloodthirsty killer brazenly confronted me at the pastry shop, Transcorp Hilton, where I was having snacks and coffee with my friend Alhaji Aliu. He said he wanted to, when he came, he said he wanted to speak with me. Not having known him before, I demanded to know what he wanted to speak to me about. He insisted he would like to speak with me, and I offered him a seat to sit down. He introduced himself as a brother to Chief Nyesom Wike and began a threat to my life, making reference to the television interview I granted, where I expressed my personal views on the avoidable crisis in Rivers State, which was being orchestrated and fueled by the followers of the former governor by his instinct against the incumbent governor, Chief Simi Fubara. Most well-meaning Nigerians and leaders have at various times since the crisis began expressed their views, concerns about the threatening explosion in that critical state of Nigeria. I have, in all my political life, intervened to the best of my ability on any issue that is likely to destabilize our fledgling democracy. I have never sat on the fence where issues of national interest are concerned. In that manner, I raise my voice, as I have always done, in other issues that border on national unity and stability. I express my concern on Chief Wike's interference and meddlesomeness in the governance of Rivers State, a state he governed for 8 uninterrupted years. I was concerned that if law and order should break down in Rivers State, its impact on already poor economic situation in the country will further deteriorate and may snowball into a larger, bigger conflagration in a country that is already restive with many unimaginable unmanageable flashpoints. No patriotic political leader will see such impending danger and not stand boldly and forthrightly to be counted among the peacemakers to reduce the tension in Rivers State. It is this interview that I granted to express my personal views and made suggestions on the burning issues of Rivers State crisis that apparently angered Chief Wike to dispatch his hitman to threaten me with elimination if I venture to speak on the matter of Rivers and Wike again. This wild dog became so vociferous in his threats that others around the pastry corner had him. And this attracted the security agencies in the Transcorp Hilton. They took him to the basement of the hotel for interrogation. He was interrogated, and the colleague with him, who did not disclose his identity, told him to call the minister, call the minister, call the minister. And he made frantic efforts. The call got through, and he spoke to somebody. His phone, shortly after that call, he made another call. The third call came, and he wanted to hand over the phone to me. I said I was not going to talk to anybody. He pleaded and pleaded. I said no. He told the man on the other side, he said he will not speak to you. The man said, tell Chief Dan, it is Chukwuemeka Nwoke that wants to talk to him. Then I took the phone. Immediately I took the phone. I said, Emeka, you and your boss Wike have sent your hitmen to kill me. He said, no, nobody's going to kill you. The man is here. He said he will shoot me, he will kill me. And he's calling you. He has called the minister. He's calling you, which means you are aware that he was with me in Transcorp. I said I will not speak with him again. He said, please, we are in Port Harcourt. We are coming back on Monday, and I will see you. I said that won't be necessary. Emeka Nwoke was Wike Chief of Staff as governor. He also has a federal appointment here now in Abuja. Well, that was that. The security men who intervened, Transcorp Security, Police, DSS, and Army, I didn't know they have all that squad there, asked me what I would want to do. At this point,
I know it's a long story, isn't it? He's a good storyteller too. He's raising his voice as loud as he can be, because a dead man don't talk. Well, you can sit back and be like, oh, in this story and all of that, but to the diary, I think we want to hear it. Let it be here, so that if anything happens to him, then you can, all of you making, writing your list and all of that, you can easily just, kind of raise it to whatever power. I don't know if we can call a man a drama king. Nwanyanwu is a class of his own. I'm going to let him finish before we go to something else. Tell us the story, Mr. Dan.
through their CCTV, what I have stated here for the purpose of verification. And I also believed that DSS opened a thorough investigation will verify and corroborate the telephone conversation between me and Chief Emeka Nwoke. I wish to seize this opportunity to draw the attention of the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu, of the involvement of a cabinet minister in his cabinet, in the person of Chief Wike, FCT minister, in the threat to my life. I similarly draw the attention of the Inspector General of Police, Director General DSS, National Security Advisor, and the general public to this ugly situation, which, if not nipped in the bud, will degenerate to a point where a Nigerian will no longer be safe anymore to express his opinion on national issues, even as the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria guarantees freedom of expression as an inalienable right of every Nigerian citizen. Should anything happen to me and any member of my family, henceforth, the President, Nigerian citizens should not look far from who did it. I was able to obtain an undertaking and a letter of apology from the same Moses, Emmanuel, for threatening my life. That is a copy of the undertaking and the letter of apology threatening my life in Transcorp. His pictures are here. And I have referred to, you see, Transcorp Hotel is a very good hotel that there are cameras. You can't pick a pin in Transcorp, they won't get you. So I have called on them to go into the CCTV. They should start with the pastry corner. I sat coolly with Alhaji Aliu on my table alone when they walked in. And I want to state that, trusting that the President will take the matter seriously, I demand that I'm provided with adequate and enough security to protect myself and my family. I further demand that Chief Wike should sign an undertaking that he will be held responsible, just as his agent has signed, which I have shown you the copy of his undertaking here. If anything unwholesome happens to me and my family, I want to add, I am undeterred. I didn't join politics because of Nyesom Wike. I have been consistent. And I have done a check on who Moses Emmanuel is. That's why I'm not calling him a killer. He's the one that did all the dirty jobs in Rivers. This was the report I got. He has moved here with his men. And why am I calling the President? Because those things that were happening in Rivers will soon start happening in Abuja. So the President should not look far. We cannot run away because of one man. We have been in this game. He should be ready to kill more people. What did I say that angered him? Because I revealed what he had in his heart, that he will run against President Tinubu, which is true. If I lied, you come out and say, Nigerians, don't mind that, he's a liar. I will not run against Tinubu. Why have you not denied it? You decided to use Gestapo tactics as a response. Come and say I lied. I will give more information. I have more on that. He will run against Tinubu. Come and deny it. Even as I'm talking to you now, vice presidential candidates have been penciled. I don't talk anyhow. I know what I'm saying. They are from the north. Is that your pen? Come and say it's not true. Then I will make references and produce facts. That shouldn't anger you to the point of taking life. So the report I got about Moses is that he is a killer. In fact, one of the guys said that he's the one that pours champagne and whiskey in his cup, in his boss cup, when they want to laugh in a joke. That is the man that confronted me directly in Transcorp, in an open place. I am not talking fabu. I have called the security agencies, go and take the footage. You will see it in Transcorp. And he has already written an apology and undertaken. But that is not enough. That's why I'm bringing this conference so that Nigerians will know. I had option to